Every 3 minutes, somewhere in the world, a senior silently suffers a stroke that they have no idea is occurring until it is too late. These strokes often leave victims with devastating disabilities or even claim their lives within moments. What's most alarming is that these tragedies are not isolated incidents caused by sudden events, but are the culmination of subtle, hidden processes that develop unnoticed over months or even years. Every decision they make during daily routines, especially in what they eat every morning, contributes unknowingly to this mounting danger. Imagine millions of seniors waking up, reaching instinctively for staple breakfast foods like white bread slices, sugary cereals, or sweet pastries. These foods may seem harmless, quick to prepare, and even comforting, but in reality, they are quietly fueling a deadly process brewing inside their arteries. The simple act of consuming one slice of white bread or a bowl of sugary cereal can cause their blood sugar levels to spike sharply within 15 minutes. This quick surge triggers a cascade of inflammatory responses that begin silently damaging the delicate lining of their blood vessels. Over the next several hours, this damage worsens, setting off a slow but relentless fight between healing and destruction. The inflammation causes tiny tears in the vessel walls, encouraging the buildup of plaques composed of fats, cholesterol, cellular debris, and calcium, which start to form on the arterial walls. These deposits are insidious because they develop with no noticeable symptoms, gradually narrowing the arteries and reducing blood flow to vital organs. As days turn into weeks and weeks into months, these inflamed, plaque-lined arteries continue their silent deterioration. The process is like a ticking time bomb. The inflammation makes the plaques unstable, increasing the risk that they will rupture unexpectedly. When a plaque's fragile cap breaks open, the contents spill into the bloodstream, rapidly forming a blood clot that can completely block a critical artery within seconds. Blood flow to the brain or heart halts abruptly, causing a stroke or a heart attack. The danger is that this process is entirely asymptomatic for most people until the critical moment strikes. It is too late to intervene once a clot blocks an artery, and the aftermath can be catastrophic: paralysis, loss of speech, or sudden death. The truly frightening part is that after months or years of these harmful dietary choices, the risk reaches a peak. The blood vessels are already weakened and narrowed, and the likelihood of a rupture and clot formation becomes almost inevitable. Many seniors are unaware that their morning habit of eating sugary cereals at breakfast is setting this lethal process in motion. The key is understanding that what seems like a harmless start to the day, when combined with a high-sugar diet, effectively transforms their internal blood vessel health into a dangerous, ticking time bomb. It's the accumulation of these micro-damages, invisible and silent, that eventually culminates in the ultimate deadly event, a full-blown heart attack or stroke, leaving no warning until everything is finally lost. Over the course of months or even years, the damage inflicted by these silent inflammation processes begins to manifest in more dangerous ways beneath the surface. Tiny fatty deposits known as plaques start to develop inside the arterial walls, initially no larger than a pinpoint but gradually accumulating. These deposits are composed of cholesterol, cellular debris, calcium, and other fats that slowly build up with each episode of sugar spikes and inflammation. As the plaques grow, they cause the interior lumen of the blood vessels to become narrower, sometimes reducing flow by up to 50% without any noticeable symptoms. This gradual constriction hampers the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to vital organs such as the brain and heart, creating a perfect storm of vulnerability. The dangerous part now is that these plaques are not stable. Their fragile caps can rupture unexpectedly at any moment, unleashing catastrophe. The rupture of a plaque exposes its contents to the bloodstream, which triggers a rapid clotting process. Tiny blood clots, sometimes just a few millimeters in size, form almost instantaneously. These clots cluster around the rupture site and can grow rapidly, blocking the artery completely within seconds. When a clot blocks an artery supplying the brain, it causes a stroke. If it obstructs blood flow to a coronary artery in the heart, a heart attack ensues. The speed of this process is breathtaking. Clots can form and obstruct within a fraction of a minute, turning what seemed like a normal day into a life-threatening emergency. Medical research shows that in cases of coronary and cerebral blockages, symptoms often appear only after the blockage is nearly complete. Sometimes patients report sudden weakness, numbness, or chest tightness, but many experience no warning signs at all. The danger lies in the unpredictable, abrupt nature of clot formation. What's terrifying is how these tiny but deadly blood clots are almost invisible until they cause complete blockage. When a clot suddenly obstructs a critical artery in the brain or heart, it rapidly leads to catastrophic damage. A stroke or a heart attack can leave victims incapacitated in minutes or even seconds, with little opportunity to seek help. This fast-paced progression transforms a manageable internal process into a lethal event that can happen anytime. The key to preventing this terrifying escalation is acting early by reducing inflammation daily, controlling blood sugar levels to keep them under 120 milligrams per deciliter, and maintaining blood pressure below 140/90. Incorporating foods like steel-cut oats, which should be boiled gently at 95 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes, can help dissolve plaques and fortify the arterial walls. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Understanding that even a seemingly harmless breakfast or snack can contribute to this chain of events highlights the importance of preventive action now. As the silent inflammation and plaque formation inside the arteries continue unchecked, the danger escalates toward an almost unimaginable level. Once a plaque has ruptured, exposing its contents directly to the bloodstream, the body immediately triggers an aggressive clotting response. Tiny blood clots, sometimes just a few millimeters in diameter, form almost instantaneously within seconds. These microthrombi cluster around the rupture site, rapidly growing into larger clots that can completely block the artery within a mere few dozen seconds. When a clot blocks an artery in the brain, it results in a devastating stroke that can leave victims with paralysis, loss of speech, or even death within minutes. In the heart, a similar process causes a massive heart attack, depriving vital organs of oxygen and nutrients, leading to cardiac arrest within moments. The speed at which this occurs transforms what once seemed like a manageable internal process into a life-ending catastrophe that can strike without warning. Medical studies reveal that many patients experience no warning signs until the artery is nearly or fully blocked, at which point rescue efforts are often futile. The collapse of blood flow in the brain may cause sudden weakness or numbness, but by then the damage can be irreversible. In cases where blood flow is cut off to the heart, victims may experience intense chest pain that rapidly escalates to unconsciousness. The truly terrifying aspect of this process is its rapid progression from a small, almost invisible clot to total arterial blockage within seconds. When blood flow to vital organs is completely obliterated in such a short period, tissue damage becomes irreversible, and death can follow swiftly. This chain of events exemplifies the deadly consequences of unchecked internal damage. Without intervention, these blood clots can cause organ failure within a span of less than a minute. For example, a clot completely occluding the carotid artery may cause a stroke in 20 seconds, resulting in irreversible brain damage unless rescued immediately. Similarly, a coronary artery blocked in 30 seconds can lead to sudden cardiac arrest. The most alarming component of this destructive process is its unstoppable nature once initiated. As plaques continue to rupture and form clots, the cascade accelerates, risking multi-artery involvement. Damaged and inflamed arteries become unstable, setting off a chain reaction that can destabilize every major vessel. When such widespread instability occurs, multiple arteries can rupture or form clots simultaneously, making rescue operations overwhelmed and impossible. This catastrophic event can unfold in a matter of minutes, leaving no chance for the victim to seek help or survive. The tragic reality is that a life is lost every 47 seconds among seniors due to this silent, unstoppable chain of artery corrosion, rupture, and clot formation. Yet the most powerful defense lies in preventative measures. A simple, precise dietary change, such as consistently boiling steel-cut oats at 95 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes and adding berries and walnuts, can help dissolve existing plaques, strengthen the artery walls, and reduce inflammation. Maintaining blood sugar below 120 milligrams per deciliter and blood pressure under 140/90 for every meal can significantly slow or halt this deadly cascade. In essence, recognizing these risks and acting early with targeted, measurable steps can be the key difference between life and death.